Hey guys, Psychondrous here doing another toy review, and this time it's for the Neca Kenner wave, Kenner tribute wave of the Predators line that they're doing. And this line consists of 3 new Predators, so it's Spiketail Predator, Stalker Predator, and Ghost Predator. Out of the 3 of the figures, Ghost Predator is the only one I don't really recognize as a Kenner figure, only because I'm not sure where his reference came from. I collected the Kenner line back in the day, and I don't remember any of them looking like him. I did collect a whole bunch of them. He could have been just one of the alternate repaints. He does kind of remind me a small bit of one of the alternate repaints of the Renegade Predator. But I'll get into that in a minute. What I'll do quickly is I'll go through the boxes. So all the Predators come on very similar boxes, with the difference of having the name of the Predator in the box on the left hand corner and an image in the left hand corner of the Predator enclosed in the box. It's an artwork image as opposed to a picture of the actual Predator. And then flipping around the back of the box, you got a picture of all 3 Predators, and then you got a brief write-up for each Predator. So, well, it's not really a brief write-up, they're quite a lengthy write-up for each one. So I'll give a quick readout of this one. So for Spiketail, it says, leader of the rogue space tribe, Spiketail is allied with the armoured, lost and laser shot Predators. Spiketail's unorthodox hunting methods and use of illegal weapons cause the exile of his team from Yanja Prime. Using stolen time and space technology, the space tribe can travel much farther into the galaxy than most Yanja. This has allowed them to advance past hunting organic beings. They find non-organic mechanical beings to be more challenging prey and have modified their gear accordingly. Spiketail's age is assumed to be considerable, thus many suspect that the robotic trophies he claims for ornamentation are actual physical enhancements necessary to keep him in a capable condition. In addition to hunting robotic life, the mysterious rival Yanja, the pirate called Razor, has threatened several space tribe missions and thus has also become a target. So, that's a brief write-up for Spiketail. Onto Stalker. His brief write-up says, descending from the Night Hunter clan near the southern pole of Yanja Prime, Stalker lives in a world complete darkness. Having developed unparalleled night vision technology, the member of Stalker's clan hunt in a coordinated packs over large open areas. Their translucent skin is an environmental adaptation that allows their phosphorescent green blood to shine through, and that glow acts as a location signal in the absence of light. Pack hunting also offers a great advantage. While most creatures in this area are blind, their prey is also much larger than them, thus extremely dangerous to take down alone. Stalker and his clan are very removed from the rest of the planet, thus hunt more for survival than sport. The Night Hunter clan is one of the few Predator clans that does not possess cloaking technology, as it has no use for it in its environment. And then quickly onto the Ghost write-up. Write-up for Ghost Predator is narrowly escaping a super predator raid on his village predator known as Ghost has used his presumed dead status to his advantage. He has devoted his life into systematically eliminating the entire race of those responsible for the death of his people. Living in complete solitude, Ghost has taught himself extreme focus, patience, and often scouting super predator tribes for weeks before a calculated strike. Using specialized thermal dampening netting, he is only seen for seconds before kill. This has caused him to become a subject of super predator lore, a boogeyman whom his targets fear. The psychological advantage gives Ghost an edge in combat, and as his opponents are often fear-stricken upon seeing him. His plasma caster is only for defense. Ghost prefers death blow of his cleaver sword smart disc, ensuring that his prey sees him at their final moment of death. So, one thing they don't mention on Ghost's profile is he uses a combi spear as well, which actually he comes with. So he comes with one of the extended versions of the combi spears. And in addition, what I'll do is I'll start on the Predators themselves. Now, this Predator wave is different to most previous waves because these figures now have all new additional articulation in them. They're based on the upcoming versions of City Hunter and Jungle Hunter, who most people will know as Predator from Predator 1 and Predator from Predator 2. So I'll go through most of that. So starting with Spiketail. Spiketail is a fantastic design. He's very similar to his old Kenner one. Now I do have the Kenner version of him. Unfortunately I don't have it at hand to show him, but he's very similar to this design. He has all the Predators in this wave sport removable face masks. Spiketail has this kind of built-on cybernetic enhanced mouthpiece, which is what the original figure had, the original Kenner figure had, and he also had his dreads knotted into this really long tail, which is where he gets his name, which has the spike at the end of it, and it's on a bendy wire. The added articulation on these figures is they actually have an upper waist crunch, similar to the AVP Predators that they released recently. He has a waist swivel. His waist is actually on a slight ball joint, but not much. He has double jointed elbows, which is a new feature for these Predators. And he has a rotating wrist gauntlet, as well as rotation at the wrists themselves. Now, this guy comes with this weapon that can attach to his left arm. Just plugs in underneath, and it's designed to look like the weapon that the original one came with. As I said, I do have a version. I do have the Kenner version of this guy, but my one's incomplete anyway, so it doesn't even have this weapon. I don't have the biomask for him, if I remember correctly. I don't have the full biomask, so I don't have this awesome kind of coppery coloured biomask, and I don't have any of the throwing discs. The gimmick on the original one was he had a kind of a spring in his waist, so you'd put a throwing disc into his arm, he'd pull back his waist and kind of fling it, and it would fling discs that looked similar to this. The shuriken actually has storage as well up here to make it look like the old figure, because the old figure actually had storage for the throwable discs as well. One thing that's really cool, and it's kind of a interesting nod Neca went with, is on his feet he has these almost look like endoskeleton feet as part of his armor, and even up here on his waist he actually has what looks like he even has what looks like parts of an endoskeleton hand attached onto his armor plate at the top of his waist, which looks really cool. The face sculpt is phenomenal as well. You can see where his head design is slightly reminiscent of the Predator from Predator 2, because if you look closely, a lot of this guy uses parts from the P2 Predator. So you have his gauntlets, or basically the Predator 2 Predator's gauntlet. His left shoulder pad is the same, or left shoulder is the same as the original Predator from Predator 2, and his shins, from his shins down to his ankles, are the same as the Predator 2 design armor gauntlets, or armor for shin armor, with the added bonus of this kind of endoskeleton sort of structure added to him. The only thing that's a bit of a shame is he actually has a net launcher as well, but it's non-removable, whereas when we get to looking at the Stalker Predator, Stalker actually has a removable net launcher, which is one of the cool features, which will be as far as I know, Neca are going to transfer that removable net launcher over onto the Predator 2 Predator when they get around to releasing him. He does have a really cool cybernetic kind of claw on his right hand, which looks fantastic, and he actually has the Predator 2 feet, which are the standard Predator 2 feet, but with this added stuff kind of glued onto him. His waist piece isn't an actual new piece as well. This is the same designed new piece from Lost Predator that they mentioned in the bio. It's the same waist piece. So it has, I think his one also has that net launcher built onto it. So him aside, we'll just have a look at Stalker. I keep calling him Night Stalker because I think, if I remember correctly, the original one was called Night Stalker. He too comes with some accessories. He comes with an extended version of the AVP spear, and then he comes with two versions of the non-extended one, which clip into two sections on his backpack to make him look like the original figure. Because in the original figure, he came with, if I can dig it out there, I don't have the whole figure with me, but he came with this missile launcher, and the missiles would come off and store in two slots on his back, similar to the way these are designed. Now, the version I have of Night Stalker from the Kenner line is actually one of the repaints, so he doesn't have this translucently kind of glow-in-the-dark skin. He actually has a solid paint scheme, which is what I'm hoping Neca will do if they do a second version of him, because I know they tend to do the repaints of some of the figures as well, of the Kenner line. And the Stalker Predator was one of my favourite repaints, because he didn't have the glow-in-the-dark features, but he had a really cool dark camo green coloured armour plating, and it was kind of a army kind of camo designed armour plating, but with a kind of pearlescent whitish skin tone. One of my favourite features on Stalker is the fact that he has like a xenomorph head built into his armour piece. This guy doesn't tend to have too much. He has quite a lot of new sculpted pieces compared to any of the other ones. Like all the gauntlets are completely newly sculpted. The armor piece is actually just attached up here, so you can actually lift it up and see right in underneath. You can see where the waist joint is, and you can see there's actually a slight hole here where the normal Predator armor would have been attached on. All these shoulder armors are all newly sculpted. The back piece, he does have his removable net launcher, which is the same net launcher that will be coming with the City Hunter figure, and this hand is also a newly sculpted hand, which is designed to hold a net launcher so you can do the firing position. This is something that the Predator figures didn't have before, and again, just like with Stalker, he has a removable faceplate, and he has a really cool designed head. He actually has like horns coming off his head. Even though his helmet also has horns, he has horns on his head. Now, the difference with this guy and the original one is the horns were much more pronounced. They actually went right up to the back of the head and curved around, whereas on this guy they're a bit more subtle. But I would like to see a kind of a even though I love the glow-in-the-dark features, I would like to see a non-glow-in-the-dark feature of this guy, so you can see how cool the sculpt is for that head. He also comes with an alternate hand, which is attached to him in the box. It's the same kind of grip hand that came with Renegade Predator for holding the pistols, and it's attached to his left hand in the box. I swapped it out for the net launching hand. I haven't swapped it back yet because I'm always dubious about changing the hands out on the Predators, so I might just leave the other hand on him. This guy is Ghost Predator, and he is a fantastic sculpted Predator. For the most part, he will be essentially the Predator Jungle Hunter P1 Predator. He's essentially almost the entire sculpting is for that Predator, bar two or three pieces. So the pieces that are different is this hip armor plate here is different to the standard Predator from Predator 1, and the biomask. The head sculpt is the same head as the normal Predator 1, and if I bring it up close you can see it's fantastically sculpted. It's very nice. You can still see points. He has a really cool pearlescent white to pink kind of skin tone, and his face plate just fits quite nicely over him. He has black black blades on his gauntlet instead of the standard silvered ones. He actually comes with a smart disc as well, which can plug into the plate at the side and is removable. If I just plug it out, and his right hand is actually from the Predator from Predator 2, and that's why it's designed to hold the smart disc, which is the Predator 2's kind of weapon of choice in that movie. So he can hold, sorry if that was a bit blurry, he can hold the smart disc in his right hand. It's only designed for the right hand, not the left. Left hand is designed to hold this blade, which as far as I know is a reuse of the blade that came with the first version of Lost Predator. I do have that one, but my version didn't come with that blade because it came from from China, and he actually had a slight defect. So he actually had 2 of his waist armor pieces over his on top of his waist, instead of having the sword holster, and he didn't have the sword. He has a removable backpack, which is a bit tough to get on and off. It has the same kind of moving plasma caster. And one new feature that is on this ultimate wave that we'll be hitting is it actually has the opening gauntlet for the kind of wrist computer and detonation. On this one, it's not painted in. You can't see the little red marks for the computer screen, but it is probably will be painted in on the Jungle Hunter release. He's has the same articulation as all the rest, so they have the added waist or upper torso crunch and double jointed elbows. Now I will say that, as you can see on mine, the hose that attaches in here did break on mine, because you have to be really careful with the left hand when positioning it. The whole shoulder thing actually came off as well, which is I re-glued it into place, but you have to be extremely careful with it because it can tend to pop off. And this, where I did send a message to Neca just to say that it might be useful going forward just to add in an extra length onto that hose, because it's when you have it the double elbow bent, it's very taut. If you have the wrist down at the wrong angle, it stretches the hose very much. This trophy rack is also new. It's one I don't think has been used before in any of the other Predators, and it's actually quite a nice addition. And one thing that's really cool about this guy is he can pretty much store all his weapons on him. He has a place here, just a groove cut out, just so you can put the knife in the thing. It doesn't really sit super well. It does have a tendency of falling out, but you can put it there. And then his right hand can sort of hold the staff or the combi spear. If you have it in the right position, it will hold in there. It just takes a bit of finagling to get it into it. It is possible to have him hold it in 2 hands slightly, but it doesn't look as good. Mine's actually slightly bit warped from the packaging, so bear with me a moment. You can get him to kind of hold the combi spear in 2 hands, so it does look pretty cool. I do like that fact that he has sort of a slight holster for his sword. I know the other ones that have actual swords, bar the Lava Planet Predator, actually have a proper working holster, whereas that kind of just slides in and sits in the place. But there's my video review for the Neca Kenner Tribute Predator line. I'm looking forward to the Deluxe Clan Leader version that they're doing. He's already released in the States, but he hasn't come out over here yet. And then I think the next wave after this is an AVP wave, which comes with the Elder Leader Alien Mask Predator. I think it's another Ancient Predator, I think is the other one. But there you go, guys. There's a quick review of all 3 Predators in the wave. I know I could have gone through them individually, but I prefer to do it all in one go. They basically have all the same articulation, but you have to be careful with the hoses on some of them, and the left hand on Ghost Predator, and that's pretty much it. The rest of them I haven't had any issues with. So I know some people tend to say that they have horrible issues with some of the Neca stuff, but so far I hadn't really had too much issue with this line of the Predator wave. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed my review. As I always say in my videos, if you want to click like on the video, feel free to click like, feel free to comment, and feel free to subscribe to my channel. If you do comment, will try and reply to you. It mightn't be straight away, but I will try and get back to you if I can. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope I didn't waffle on too much.